Hey, hello guys, my name is Udo Blessing and welcome to my channel. Today we'll be doing something very exciting. We're going to be creating a Chrome extension. So basically this Chrome extension is to tell you when your work time has elapsed. So let's dive right into it. So one thing that stands out with Chrome extension is that there is a particular file that does all the configuration, and that is the manifest.json file. So other files are JavaScript, HTML, CSS. They are normal things that you're used to, but the manifest.json file is where you should really focus on if you are just starting out. So let's create our manifest.json file. That is the first part to settle manifest.json. So what you should specify here are very simple. It's something you can just you don't really need to memorize it and just copy and paste. So the first thing to sort out is the name. You need to sort out the name. What is the name of your Chrome extension? Let me just call it Chrome Timer. Yeah, Chrome Timer. That is not really a creative name, but let us use it like that. So the next thing to put there is the version number. So this version number is very important if you'll be hosting your Chrome extension on the Chrome Web Store, because for every change you make and for every new upload you need to increase the number. So let us just put 1.0.0 as the first version that we are releasing. Then you can also put the description. Yes, what is your Chrome extension all about? So let me just put work time. Obviously I'm not really creative at naming things, but let's just use it like that. All right, the next one that is very important is permissions. This tells Chrome that you'll be interacting with some interfaces and it should give you permission to interact with it. If you do not spell it out, you won't be able to interact with those interfaces. That is what this permission is all about. I'm looking for, yeah, this is what I want. Okay, permissions, and one I know that we'll be using is tabs. I'll tell you the reason later. We're using tabs. I'll be adding to this later on, but let's just keep it there. Then the next one is browser action. You need browser action. So this browser action obviously is telling you that what is the extension supposed to do when there is an action from the browser, from the user. When there's an action from the user. So under this browser action, you can specify what HTML file should pop up when the user clicks on the icon. So we have what we call the pop-up, default pop-up. All right, then let's just give it popup.html. Obviously popup.html. Okay, I'm not spelling this right. Then lastly, we need to specify what manifest version are you using. Now the reason for this is that we have manifest version 3. It was newly released, although you can still use 2, but we are encouraged to use 3. So you can just read more about that, and the changes you will make is just very little. All right, so manifest version 2. Okay, I forgot something. We need to also specify background, like what script should be running on the background. What should we be doing on the background? So let us also specify the configuration for background. Okay, there should be comma here. Background. So the persistence should be false. That means when you close up your browser, the script should stop working. Okay, false. And we should also specify a script that will be running on the background, because we will need that. Let's also specify a script that will be running on the background. So this script will be background.js, obviously. Background.js. Okay, let me put a comma here. So it's all well. Okay, I think that is all. Okay, this should be an array. This should be an array. Okay, now the error is not there. So we are set for the manifest.json. I know we'll be adding to this anyways, but this should be what you should start with. If you are done with that, let us move to creating our popup.html. Okay, I don't know if you can see this, or let me just increase the font. I don't know if this is better. This should be better. Okay, let's create our pop-up.html. Okay, let's create a new file, pop-up.html. So this will house the HTML for the pop-up, obviously. HTML5. So this is to give you the boilerplate for the markup. HTML:5 give the boilerplate. If you are not using Visual Studio Code, probably there is a particular code specific for yours, but this is for Visual Studio Code users. Okay, so this is just to save you the stress of typing from scratch. Okay, what we will have on our pop-up will be the title, the seconds remaining, and the toggle. We'll have a toggle, maybe a checkbox. So let us do the title first. H1. The title will be work time. Work time. Then how about the time remaining? Let's put it in the paragraph tag. That should be like, maybe let's just put a default value, 0 seconds remaining. We'll use a JavaScript to change that dynamically, but for now let's just put that as the default. Okay, so this is good. Okay, the default, let us just use this as the default value. We'll use JavaScript to change it later, based on whatever we have in our storage. The next is the input. That's the checkbox. We'll have a checkbox to toggle the extension on and off to activate or deactivate it. So the type should be checkbox. Then the name, let us also just put checkbox. Checkbox. Okay, that's all. Let us just wrap it around a label. Let's wrap this around a label. Okay, that should be good. So just write should then activate. You can put anything you want. The idea is just to get out to create it, so you can add whatever. You can be flexible with it. Activate. This is looking good. Obviously, we are not doing any styling yet. That will take much time, but let us check how far our extension has gone. Okay, now let us move to the Chrome extension. But wait, before I forget, let us check our manifest.json file. Alright, I made a mistake. This should be permissions with an S. Alright, permissions with an S. And since we said we are going to add a background.js, let us just quickly create that file now. Background.js, because if you don't create the file, you will get an error. So background, but we won't put anything yet. Let us go to our Chrome browser now and check out how far we've gone. Okay, let's load Unpacked. Then Chrome timer, select folder. So now we have our Chrome timer as part of the extensions that we have. To get to this page, just go to Chrome:// then extensions, or you can just click on this icon and click on manage extensions to get here. So now we have our Chrome timer as part of our extensions, and you see work time is the description we gave it, and that is why it is here. So let us access it. You can come here then pin it so that you can have it as part of your favorite. Then when you click on it, work time 0 seconds remaining, activate. Alright, so it is working fine. Let's move to the next step.